Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Debbie Goodman with Triad Math, and I'm here today with one of our students, Tyler, and his mom, Chris. Welcome, Tyler and Chris. Glad you could join us today. We're going to be sharing with our viewers a little bit of your experience with Dr. Dell's math program. Tyler, you've been with us, what, almost a year now, taking
Uh,
lessons?
well over a year. I started out with Triad Math around, I think, 2.5 years ago.
Oh, gosh, has it been
I've
that long?
gone from strict homeschool to private school to now a pretty big high school, all just with this math curriculum. I left it for a specific period of time, maybe around 3 months into a pre-calculus advanced class, but that class was known at my school for being that one class that everyone despises. So I suffered through that, and I realized when that finally ended and I was able to get back into Triad Math, how much my stress levels went down, how easier things were able to be understood, and how much better all around everything got. I had way more time. I actually enjoyed math again. There were so many things that just were a complete game changer. So I know a lot of people are in that exact same situation right now, and this is technically a lifeboat.
Right. Well, you had mentioned to me that you kind of came to us a little frustrated with math and confused, and that the calculator helped turn that around for you. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, yeah. The are you talking about the TI-30XA?
Yes.
Yeah, that calculator. It may seem insignificant, because it doesn't seem to be that expensive or that big in usage. But starting out, Dr. Dell has a series of videos that teach you on how to use that calculator, and when you finally use it and you learn how the keys work and how everything works, it is unbelievably easy to solve and complete problems. For instance, I'm doing calculus with a private tutoring company right now called Mathnasium College Station, and I am given problems that are sometimes supposed to be solved with a graphing calculator, but the TI-30XA, yes, the $20 TI-30XA, can do some things that my graphing calculator can't. For instance, instantly turn fractions to decimals and decimals to fractions with the click of two keys. So instantaneously doing that, that's something graphing calculators, well, at least most, or mine, can't do. So it is very, very important.
Excellent. Excellent. So that basically helped you with your self-esteem and got you
Yeah.
going a little bit stronger. How has it helped you? I know you went through a pre-calculus class as well, and you mentioned that the trig portion had helped you. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
This is my biggest compliment to all of Triad Math, and I restarted math halfway through the year with Allen Academy's pre-calculus advanced class. It's an honors class and is what I brought up earlier, that class. And the I was unprepared for practically everything. Pre-calculus in and of itself is hard already, but joining halfway through the year is incredibly difficult. So there was so much I didn't know, but there was one subject that I had no problem with and completed with relative ease, while the rest of my classmates who had been there the whole year and had significantly more math experience than me struggled with, and that was trigonometry. And that was simply because I did the I mean, how long did it take me? I'll be safe and say it was 2 months, but I'm pretty sure it was less of this trigonometry portion of triad math that I did with Dr. Dell. And that caused me to understand trigonometry on a level that I don't understand any other portion of math, solely because that was the one I focused on with Dr. Dell. And so I go there and I have this knowledge of formulas and functions and the ability to solve these problems without having to put in really anywhere near as much work, just solely because I had already done trigonometry with Dr. Dell.
That's
And
awesome.
how yeah, so I was able to kill a pre-calculus advanced class having taken Dr. Dell's class, which seems so small and insignificant when in reality it played a bigger role in me learning math than that entire class I took.
Yeah, I think he didn't realize the impact that the Dr. Dell tiers had on his learning, because it was easier for him and he actually liked math and it was fun. So he realized how important that was and foundational it was jumping into that class. It gave him a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's excellent. So do you feel you've gotten the support you've needed as a student from Dr. Dell?
Yes, definitely. More, in fact. But what I absolutely adore about his videos is that he talks like this may seem very simple, but he talks like a regular human. I know in some of my past math classes, I've had instructors and teachers who just, they speak in terms of their own math. Some of them have degrees in math. Some of them have been teaching math for years. And so they don't understand that they're teaching people who've never learned this subject before. And so they speak on their own terms and constantly use mathematical language, and it doesn't make sense 90% of the time. But when you're talking to Dr. Dell or when you're learning from him, he talks like he's trying to teach somebody, not because he's just talking about it. So he goes at it from that angle, and that makes everything like 3 times easier.
Yeah, they're relevant and interesting
He
topics.
likes to call his style kitchen table math, where it's like he's sitting at the kitchen table with you and helping you. So I'm glad you feel that way about it. So Chris, as you as a parent, do you think you've gotten the help you need to support him to be a good coach, in other words, to support Tyler?
Absolutely. I mean, I've been homeschooling for a while. I'm familiar with the math that's taught in public school. I had 2 kids that went through public school, but they struggled in math as well. And I sure wished I had Dr. Dell at that time. But I was pleasantly surprised that his program was just even more of a blessing than I even imagined, because he taught me how to coach Tyler and encourage Tyler, and like how the math brain works and how to make it fun and interesting, and create little tiny habits every day.
Mm-hmm.
And to celebrate failures, because that means you're progressing in your learning.
Exactly.
So it just opened up a whole nother realm of possibilities of, like, even just seeing his confidence, or of possibilities of career fields that he could enter using these modern tools and relevant math that he needs to learn today to survive in the 21st century as far as math. Even if he doesn't go into STEM, even if he goes into business, math is just so important on an everyday level, because there's, as you know, institutions that rely on people not being very good at basic math, or being afraid of numbers, or not wanting to do the math it takes to just on a daily basis.
Right. So Tyler, do you think this program would help other students like yourself?
Yes. If they're like me, yes. But I've seen many students not like me take this course and still love it. So I haven't seen anyone give a negative opinion about it. I definitely don't have a negative opinion about it. Without it, I would be very, very different and would be in a tough situation regarding math, as I was before the program. But I absolutely adore it. It's allowed me to take math at a different angle, to understand things better than I normally would, and to certainly just learn to enjoy it and learn to relax. It's nice not having 800 problems of the same subject, 500 of which the instructor never taught, which is 90% of math classes I've taken.
Right.
And instead to have a couple deep, thorough problems in which all were in the lesson. So it's very, very nice, and it gives you excellent repetition and an excellent level of deep understanding regarding this class.
Excellent. Well, Chris, you had mentioned you might be going back to college. Do you think this program might help you as a parent as well?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Anything else you would like to share with our viewers today then?
Well, I would just, I'm a believer in the Dr. Dell's content, how he delivers, how he makes math approachable and in a tiered way. And it's a very versatile and flexible, and it's online and it's modern. I think it's really equips people for the 21st century where math is going, and it prepares students for college, but even more so even if they're not going to college. So I encourage all my homeschool family friends, and even my friends whose kids are in public school that are struggling with math, that they want tools that are not obsolete and, you know, want to get away from the old textbooks math style teaching and want to really be involved in a vastly superior math education and be equipped and learn to love math and enjoy it. And I highly recommend Triad Math.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much. Well, we do appreciate your time today, and we'll let our viewers move on with their afternoon. Thank you. Bye-bye.